So as you guys can see, I have a lot of machines, right? Sometimes having like all those machines plugged in can be really, really overwhelming. This past week has been crazy. I haven't been able to like write any music. I've been in my head trying to figure out how to like work with my machines better. And that is something that I'm like, okay, yesterday I was like done with that. So then I started to mess around with the Mixed In Key Captain Chords plugins, and I came up kind of like a workaround on how you can use Captain Beat to generate some really, really, really cool melodies and grooves and all this other stuff. So in this video, I'm going to go over how you can use that to your advantage. What up guys, Mayan here with another video. Music should be simple, and that's what my channel is all about. In this video, I am going to go over how to use Captain Chords, Captain Beat to make some music, and how you can get your groove going once you're like in that mental block state. All right guys, let's get to it. So after you get super annoyed at not being able to like make anything, once you have all this like machinery, sometimes you just don't get inspired, right? I was like messing around with this plugin. I've had it for like a really long time. I just saw an email where they said that they had an update going, so I was like, okay, let's test it out. I think this is a really unique tool for you guys to check it out, to like generate some like quick ideas, and with the samples that you might already have in your computer, which is also good, so you don't have to like invest any more money. If you have this plugin, if you don't have this plugin, you might want to get it because it's pretty cool. Captain Beat. Captain Beat. I know, really silly joke. You know, you can generate a beat super quick and easy. Let's turn off the fill because we don't need that. Let's go 4 to the floor because we love that. Let's see, hush kick. Sounds good. So you have like different samples here already, which is pretty cool. But I like this one, French trap kick. So let's play it. I like it. Boom. Okay, so now, you know, we have this going. Let's add a hat. The pace is good for me for like the type of music that I make, which is, you know, you want that. What you're gonna do is you're gonna hit over here and you're gonna export this channel. So it gives us a little bit more room to work with. And then over here in the kick, we're gonna export that too. Okay, so we have a hat. So let me mute this one. So we have a good kick going. Let's bring it down. I think it's a little bit high. Let's bring it down back to, turn it down to like -5. You know, thumping. I think that's about it. So we just started like a super like easy groove, simple pattern, right? Now let's go to close hi-hat. Let's go to close hi-hats. You know, let's go to basic, and right over here where it said sample, you can actually go and get your own samples, your own collection of samples, which is pretty cool with Ableton or your DAW of choice, which is great. All files. I think this one would work. Let's bring it in. Let's see how this sounds by generating, you know, like an ambient sound. Let's turn this on. And the thing is that you can like change this up with the rhythm patterns that they already have here in the Captain Beats. So if you're running out of ideas, like I have been lately, this is great just to get out of your head. Let's try this one. Kind of interesting. Let's try another one. I think this is gonna work better. Doom, doom, doom. Okay, so I'm just playing around with my sub 37, but I think that I kind of like this vibe. Let's try another sample. Let's try this one. I'm not. Let's see. I think I can work with this. Let's export this. Again, it's so easy, right? Like everything is already like just there for you to pull in. Let's see how this sounds. I think it's good. All right, now let's try another pattern. Let's go to Tums. All right, let's pick this one. I like this group. All right, quick and simple. Let's hear it with everything else. So depending on the pattern, the other thing that you have to watch out for is that it leaves like a big gap at the beginning. For some strange reason, I don't know why it is. So I think that for this one, since it's a 4-bar loop, what we can do, it's just kind of like is the same pattern. What we can do is actually just like break it apart and then bring it over and let's see how it sounds. I think it sounds good. I'm kind of digging this like vibe that we have here so far. Let me see. Let me bring this one in again. And I'm gonna go for a bass line. Okay, let's try this one because why not? And then we're gonna use the kick pattern because I actually think that the kick might be more qualified to do this. And let's turn the tones off. Don't be annoying. Okay, maybe like the low tones could be, but let's try the kick first and see how that goes. Okay, and then let's change the pattern of the kick. Let's go over here and let's find a rhythm, not hip hop. South American might work. I mean, so far, let's test it out. We can like do multiple takes of this bass line, but what I like about it is not hitting like right when the kick is hitting, which that's something that is easier to mix. The other thing that we're gonna have to check at the end is to make sure that everything is in key, just so like everything is working the way that it's supposed to. But like right now, this is kind of like our, you know, our track so far. Okay. Okay, we can You can add some hats like them. Let's bring it down a little bit. Now let's mute it. Let's see what else do we need. I think that we have like the basics to like start a groove. I mean, the groove of the track is here. Okay, so you can start a groove of the track like this. I'm gonna add, yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna add, just for fun, gonna be with Captain. I think I'm gonna use the melody one. Let's see how that sounds. Melody. Okay, so now we need a better sound. But at this point, we could even add our lead. Okay, I like that. Let me see. So in order to get the sound out for this one, for like a wah, we need to bring in the actual MIDI. I'm gonna duplicate that, and then over here, MIDI in. That's where you want to be to like write in the MIDI, and then over here, you're gonna click on both, and then you're gonna say bounce in place, and then you're gonna have the actual sounds happening. Turn that off, and this is. So then you can like mangle it however you want. And I think that this one might even work. Let's go back. Let's undo that. Okay. And then I'm just gonna turn all the notes here off. Because I want like a longer like loop. So now let's go over here. Just bounce it in place. Let's cut this little tail off. All right, let's go look at, started using like the FabFilter Q3, and honestly, it's like so cool because one thing that you can do here, so I'm just gonna leave the mouse like right where everything is sounding, and then like the frequencies are gonna pop up, and then you can make the decision to like bring them down or not. It seems like that's kind of like a problem frequency that, you know, like it can't be fixed with an EQ. So for instance, this one, let's bring it down. And also over here, for sure, I'm gonna clean this up so the mix is cleaner. Let's bring it to 72. Let's bring it down past. That's great. That's pretty much it. Like, as you guys can see, this is like really cool, really simple. If you own Captain Chords and you only use it for chords, this is a completely different way of using it to generate like sounds, melody, just by using, you know, the Captain beats. Then you can like bring in the melody, and like you can bring in all the other elements. But I think it's a really, really unique tool. You know, sometimes you have like synths and all this other stuff here, but they can be overwhelming. On the drive back, I was even thinking of like, okay, what if I just like start hiding my synths and bringing them out every time that I need them, instead of like having them there, so like my mind doesn't feel overwhelmed. So that might be something that I'm going to be thinking about, because it can be a little bit crazy. But yeah, if you enjoyed this tutorial, please just check out these other ones over here, and please subscribe. It means the world to me. I'm closing into 1,000 subscribers, which is awesome. So thank you guys, and yeah, I enjoy the rest of your weekend.